Hey. That's like the most Drew hey that I can muster. It helps when I'm nasally like this. You know who I'm talking about, the TikTok girl goes, hey, before she just absolutely rips a man on the internet to shreds. I did not realize you'd be able to see this in the corner as well. I just bought her on Amazon. It was like my little present to myself after hitting the follower goal. She has been on my Amazon wish list for like years. Like I think for like 4 or 5 years. And I'm not even like a Funko collector per se. Like some good friends of mine have like a squadrillion, that's an exaggeration, but like so many Funkos, and they love to collect them. They've like started collecting them for their kid. They have like rare ones. They keep track of the value. Very, very cool. And because I'm like adjacent to that, they're good friends of mine. I would sometimes get into it. In my old car, I had like Betty Boop ones because my car was Betty Boop themed. And I had like a Betty Boop angel and a Betty Boop devil on like behind the like rear seat things, you know, like how there's like a headrest, and I like stuck those down there. It was so cute. My car looked like it was driven by like an 80-year-old woman. And it was funny because you could tell people would like have road rage and be like, this old woman needs to get off the road, she's too old to be driving, blah blah, and then they would like pull up close to me and I would be like, hi, just a youngin'. Yeah, it was that was fun. And then I think those were the only, like, I got gifted one by that friend. It was another Betty Boop one that matched my bathroom. She doesn't get out much, unfortunately, because I felt weird having her with, like, she would get really grimy really quickly, I think just from like the steam and the Funkos being made of plastic. So she doesn't live out there too much, but the Merida I really wanted to have for my desk. If you ever see the sparkle version of her anywhere, chat, please let me know, because I love her. There's like a Mulan one from the same series, and it's not the new Mulan. Like these ones, this Disney Princess series was like one of the first ones I think that Funko came out with. And so they're pretty plain, pretty simple, and all of them are like wind blown, and that's my favorite thing about this series. Like you can kind of see with her, like her hair is like blowing in the wind, her skirt's blowing in the wind. It also makes her like really stable because the base is really wide, but like there's just so much movement, and you don't get that in a lot of Funkos. And the Mulan one is the same. She's like wearing that dress from like one of the opening sequences where it has like the super long sleeves. And they're like blowing in the wind in this Funko Pop. I absolutely love it. Sorry, that's like a really niche conversation to get into right off the hop. So if you were here last stream, you might have noticed that we hit our follower goal. Nope, I'm pointing the wrong direction. Here, everything's always turned around, and I will one day figure it out. There we go. Follower goal achieved. And I forgot that some of the goals that I need to hit are on like a rolling 30-day like timeline. So I think after this stream I'll be good, as long as things don't go like horribly awry. But I have some plans. I've been like sick in bed all week, and I've been using that time to like create sub badges, which I'm really excited about. I'm also like trying to design some of my own emotes, because like I found quite a few on Etsy that I like, but I also kind of want to like have stuff that's unique, like not because no hate on people who get them off Etsy. I think that it's like it makes a lot of sense for most people, but I really want to have something that's like unique and special to my brand, because I feel like I want it to have like just that little extra bit of value of like you cannot get these anywhere else. Because if people are subscribing to me, like I want the things that I can provide to be worthwhile and useful, and like emotes that you want to use elsewhere, and emotes that are worth it to you. Because yeah, I think it's a special little thing that I can give, and so I want to put as much of myself as I can into it, and I want to try to make it worthwhile. In terms of what we're doing today, I honestly don't know if I'm going to play any games. I might play some, like, fruit game. I want to play Zelda so bad, but like I've been so sick all week. Well-timed sniffle. And we left off on like one of the, I think it's like the temples, which is so much puzzle solving, and I just don't mentally think that I am there. So I might play some fruit game. It honestly might just be a whole stream of just chatting, because like and even that I don't have the breath support. But I wanted to talk about my Merida figurine because I'm so excited about her. I also wanted to do a quick little shout out for a local taco place called Tacofino. Like I said, I've been sick. The first time I felt like eating something, I was like, I want a burrito. I want something with meat. I want something with veggies. I want it to be able to fit in my hand, and I want it to be just spicy enough that even with my congestion, I can taste it. Burrito is perfect. I've never eaten at Tacofino before, but I knew that it was local. I knew that I had heard good things, and it was pretty reasonably priced, even on DoorDash. And so I ordered it, and it was one of the best burritos I've ever had in my entire life. It was so good. I have a little bit of it left over that I'm gonna probably have for a snack after stream. But oh my god, was it good. And if you are ever in the Vancouver-ish area, get it. It is so good. Yeah. And before I got sick, I did go to see the Iron Claw movie. And that is basically what I want to talk about all stream. I feel like I've been thinking about doing this even before having like my sick day. But I feel like I want to have a segment every once in a while that's just like Shelby reviews, because I have a lot of opinions and I have a lot of feelings, and I love to talk about them, and I have given myself this internet platform to just yap away. And I love to talk about movies, and I went to go see this movie, and I made the mistake of going to see it the like night before I had a 7 a.m. shift. Little did I know I would wake up for that 7 a.m. shift unable to breathe, and so I didn't end up going in. But I didn't get to do like my debrief on the movie. It was just like the two of us like hustling to the bus stop right after the movie, so we like talked about it a little bit. But oh my god, when I say that movie was so good, like I say that about a lot of movies, but holy shit, I don't go see a lot of movies in theaters, and honestly this one was more just like a friend and I wanted to go to a movie. We just picked from whatever was available, and it was kind of between that and Mean Girls. And with the reviews I've been seeing on Mean Girls, I'm so glad we picked this one. A24 movie. And so I was a little worried. I was like, is it going to be scary? I feel like 90% of A24 movies are like scary. But no, not scary at all. I mean, scary in the way that it was so unbearably, painfully sad. And like I'm an only child. And that movie, like, it's about brothers. It's about a family. If I had siblings, I don't know if I would have made it out of that movie alive. It was so emotionally intense. And, like, I know a lot of people are saying, like, Zac Efron should get an Oscar. And I don't know what the criteria for Oscar nominations are, but I do know it was the best acting I've ever seen him do in his entire life. I do kind of wish that if he is gonna get an Oscar or at least nominated, I kind of want to see him do a role with like range, because part of his character in that movie was just like being kind of dopey. Not dopey, but like it's about this family that's like just absolute pure country redneck hicks, and they're just kind of simple. Like they just listen to their dad above all else, and that's it. And that's kind of the plot of the movie, is like the way that their dad affects their life. I even wrote some notes. I like have them on my other screen here that I wanted to talk about, because like so good. Like, and it's kind of a wrestling movie, but like not not in the way you think. Like, wrestling is the vehicle for everything else. Like, it's a movie about family. And like, I don't know a lot about wrestling, and I never felt like I was being like left behind in the way the movie was being presented. It like, it was the perfect amount of wrestling information. And like, I watched a little bit of wrestling when I was a kid, like with my grandpa, and I know like some of the big names in wrestling, so there was a few cute little like Easter eggs. Like, they would say a wrestler's name and I would be like, I know who they're talking about. Or like, because it's based on a true story. Or even just like cutscenes of like, you know, flipping through the schedule of who was gonna be wrestling in their arena or whatever, and there would be like Andre the Giant, and I would be like, oh my god, I know that guy. Not personally, obviously, but like, I know who that is. And so it was like the perfect amount of wrestling content to like not have people feel left out, but also have the people who are into wrestling be like, yes, that is correct and accurate. Although I have heard that the Ric Flair actor was not good. I know the name Ric Flair. I like remember that he had like really crazy outfits. That's about all that I remember. Apparently the portrayal of him was not great, but whatever, got the point across. He was only in it for like a couple minutes. And apparently, so in terms of inaccuracies, apparently, like, it's based on a true story. It's about this family. They cut out like a whole brother from the movie. So that's one of those inspired by a true story, based on a true story, and like documentary. Like, you can separate it a couple different ways. This one was it even said inspired by a true story. And yeah, like, they changed a lot of things. They cut a lot of things out, because I looked it up after. But I think it was the right choice, because like, in real life, the dad was way worse than they even portrayed in the movie. Like, the whole point of it is that the dad's a dick, but they made it even worse. Or they made it even better, because the dad was even worse in real life, which is just absolutely bonkers to me. And yeah, there was like a whole other brother that they cut out, because it just like, it would have been too repetitive, and it like wouldn't have given some of the emotional moments as much weight. I'm trying to like avoid spoilers when I talk about it, so like, I'm just trying to dance around it. It's based on a true story, so you can just like look up what happened, but I don't want to spoil it for the people who want to go see it. What were some of the other notes that I did? Oh, I also am feeling very self-conscious about like my bangs and wavy hair now, because I do look a little bit like Jeremy Allen White's character. In like, not in the face, obviously. Well, maybe a little bit in the nose. But like, the bangs and curly hair that they all have is like so of the era. And I think the outfits do a really good job of portraying like the timeline as well, because it takes place over the course of like 15 or 20 years, but the way it's paced, it feels like it happens over 3 days, which I think is interesting, because it's like, it has a sense of urgency throughout the whole thing, and it just like, it's literally like when the hits start coming, they do not stop coming. What were some of my notes? I talked about Zac Efron's acting. Oh, and like, okay, so he did some interviews, I think it was kind of during the pandemic after Baywatch, where he was like, I'm never gonna do that to my body again, because like, for Baywatch he had to take so many like extreme diuretics for his body to look the way it did, that they just like, it like ruined him. It caused him insane like insomnia, blah blah blah. He totally sacrificed the body for this one. Like, he was looking at it, he was looking insane. Like, he looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I was looking at it like, how did you do this without like juicing? Because he looks insane. Yeah, like, there's no other way to put it. It's like the opposite of what Matthew McConaughey did for Dallas Buyers Club. So yay. And the acting was really good, but the mom in the movie, I think she's normally a comedic actress, and she was playing it very serious, and she was some of my favorite acting, honestly, because she, just with like the way she would hold her lips sometimes, you could think of, you knew every thought that was going through that woman's head just based on like how she was holding her mouth. And I think that was really, really incredible. And Lily James, she would like had a fairly big part in it. And I feel like every time she's in a movie, she's that actress that it's like, oh, I know where she's from. Where's she from? Like, oh, I've seen her before. And I feel like soon she'll probably get to the level of like household name, because she's working so hard and she is such a good actress and she has been in everything, but you don't really realize it until afterwards, and you look up her IMDb and you're like, oh my god, she was in Baby Driver, and she was in that Pamela Anderson thing, and she was in this, and she was in that, and she was like, she's been in so much, and you don't really realize it until after the fact. But yeah, I hope she has a moment soon, because she's fantastic. Yeah, I highly, highly, highly recommend that movie. I gasped along with the whole theater, like audibly at multiple points. I don't want to go too much into it anymore, just because like I don't want to spoil it. But holy shit, highly recommend. It is, when I was leaving, I was like, this is kind of the plot of Encanto, but in real life and with more serious repercussions. But the themes are very similar, which that did make me giggle. Yeah, I've also seen some TikToks after I watched it of like groups of guy friends going to see it and then leaving it just like sobbing, which is kind of cute. And I hope that it surprises some people. I hope there's people who go into it being like, hoorah, wrestling movie, yeah, and come out of it being like, oh my god, my lease on life has changed. Hello, is it Ginthony? G. Anthony. Hello. The tea is pumpkin spice. Tim Hortons pumpkin spice. That's like my pro tip. They will sell it to you by the box. It's so fucking good. And the other tea is, I have been discussing the Iron Claw movie and how good it was. But what's the tea with you? Sorry for that like slurping ASMR. Yeah, I love that movie so much. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it again just because it was like so painful to watch, but highly recommend. I think I'll probably watch it again. Like, maybe. I don't know. Those movies that are painful to watch are like, it's always such a toss-up of like, I enjoyed this and I think it was so great and I want to recommend it to people, but I don't know if I'm gonna like sit down and put myself through that again. Yeah, it was definitely cry-worthy. I was in a very small theater to go see it, and I'm not sure if I was the only one crying, but excuse me, I definitely tried to not like be audibly crying, but it was tough. I had like my mouth covered, and I like could see certain things coming because of like, and it I think they did it on purpose. They know that a lot of people know the story, and like it was very much like you knew they were doomed kind of from the start, doomed to have bad things happen. You didn't know what necessarily if you weren't familiar with the family, but like it was pretty obvious right from the beginning it was just going to be bad stuff. And so you could just see the writing on the wall in some moments, and it would just, I would be crying before there was a reason to cry. And then I just couldn't stop. You love Efron? Yeah, me too. He has had such a wild and interesting career. I also like, so his jaw is very different than it used to be, and I was looking it up, and apparently he's like a cautionary tale of do your physiotherapy, because the reason his jaw is like so huge now is because he was like running running in the house or something, but just like slipped and fell and hit his jaw on like a granite countertop, completely unconscious, knocked him out, and his jaw was like hanging off, like his jaw almost separated from the rest of his head. So horrible injury. And then he stopped doing physio for it. And because he stopped doing physio, the sorry, that was a really like gross story to go into. Probably should have like warned that it was going to be gross, but yeah, he stopped doing physio, and so your masseter muscles are some of the like most intense muscles in your face. They kind of picked up a lot of the slack for the other muscles in his jaw, because he didn't finish physio, and so his masseter muscles just were growing and growing and growing and growing, because they were doing like all of the work. And so yeah, that's what happened with that. And like he did even some of these interviews where he's like, of course it's not plastic surgery, why would I choose this? And I was like, whoop, that's intense to say, but kind of true. Like it's a look, and like, I mean, it works for him, it worked for this movie, that's for sure. But yeah, I was just like, damn, don't mess around when it comes to physio, especially when it comes to your face. Hey, Mama Burger. Talking about Zac Efron, and like, you know how his jaw looks really different now. A lot of people thought it was like plastic surgery. It still like could be. People do get Botox in their masseters to make them that square shape, but in interviews he said that he like fell and like hit his chin like onto a granite countertop and had to have like surgery and everything. But he didn't do his physio like properly. He kind of didn't finish his physio, I guess. And so the muscles overcompensated in his jaw, his masseter muscles. And so that's why it was so like huge. Yeah. It's wild. But yeah, I was talking about, we were on the Zac Efron chat because I was talking about the Iron Claw, and how good it was. Ooh, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. I need to update my little goal box soon. I don't know what the goal will be next. I'm very, very excited for what's to come, though. I think I've got the Discord kind of up and running. I don't know if I want to start like promoting it just yet, because I want to have some of my mods tested out, make sure all of the security things are good and that like everything works. But I went ham, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good. I have some fun stuff that I put in there, I think, or at least I think it's fun. I hope everyone thinks it's fun. World domination. Yes. But yeah, that movie was so good. I feel like I need to have a movie night where I watch a bunch of A24 movies, because like I said, a lot of them are scary. That's not my thing. I should like filter out which ones are not scary, or which ones are like just scary enough that I'm fine with it, and just like watch a bunch of them. One of the trailers before this movie it's called Civil War. When the trailer started, I was like, oh, this is cool. This is like, you know, great social commentary. As the trailer went on, I was like, this is a little fucking on the nose. But I think that's the point. I'll probably see it when it comes out. I think the like aggressive on the nose-ness is meant to be satire. We'll see. I saw someone on the internet call it like A24's first budget, because they do like A24's indie, right? Even though they're on every fucking movie these days, they are technically an indie production company, and so now that they've ramped up in success, they can have explosions in their movie, and I'm just like, I'm so interested to see where it goes. And I think part of the reason that their name is on every movie these days is because during the strike, they were one of the few companies that like abided by all of the SAG-AFTRA rules, if I remember correctly. And so they were allowed to keep filming during the strike. So like it's just like bang, 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 bang. All their stuff is coming out at the same time, which is good for them. I'm actually going to look up. This is like one of the few streams where I have like my other monitor available because I'm not playing a game right now. Let's see, what's a list of recent A24 movies? Come on. Oh, they just have it on their own website. This is easy. Okay, these ones are unreleased so far. Kristen Stewart's in one. That Civil War one of the big things that looked interesting about it is that like Nick Offerman and Kirsten Dunst are in it. That looked very cool. Problemista, don't know what that looks interesting. There's a Julia Louis-Dreyfus one, TBD. So many of these are TBD. I want to see what is out. Okay. Iron Claw, saw it, loved it, incredible. Zone of Interest, no idea what that is. Dream Scenario, I feel like I've seen trailers for that one. It has Nick Cage in it and Michael Cera, but I don't remember what the trailers said it was about or anything. Priscilla, I still haven't seen. I kind of want to, but like it just seemed so sad that I don't like I think I'm burnt out on the sad true stories for now. This Dix the Musical, I thought it was a joke. I did not realize that one is legit. Okay, I might have to watch that. Apparently Talk to Me was really good, but that's one of those ones that's too scary for me. I don't want to do that. I didn't even realize Past Lives was an A24. That is one that I have been like it's the two sides of me. There was two wolves inside of me. One wolf really wants to see that movie. The other wolf doesn't want to cry. And I know that movie will make me cry. And so I don't want to hurt myself in that way. There's been like a couple movies like that. Even, I mean, it's been out for millennia, but Lady Bird, I don't think I can watch it and survive. Beau was Afraid, that one looked interesting, but like, I don't know if I really want to commit myself to that. When You Finish Saving the World, I didn't even hear about that. Looks like it's got the dude from Stranger Things in it. Man, whoever made their website did an incredible job. Oh, After Sun was them too? Bodies, that one has been out for a really long time, but that looked interesting. I feel like I need to watch more of the Pete Davidson cinematic universe, because he's attached to some really interesting things. Okay, I think I might do a quick BRB to blow my nose and then I might play some Fruit Game just for a little bit. Yeah, and then I think we'll hang out for a little bit more. But yeah, a quick BRB and then some Fruit Game. And I'll see you in a sec. Hi. For a second, I couldn't get it to connect, and I was panicking. There we go. Y'all can hear it all right? Yeah, we're gonna leave Zelda for now because I do not have the mental fortitude to do that temple. That is... I'm going to... Actually, I think I learned my lesson from last time. I'm going to edit my category directly on Twitch instead of so whenever I do it from OBS, things go a little wild. Whoa. I feel like game sounds are a little high. Okay. Is this good? We can hear it okay, but we can still hear me okay? Yeah? Okay. Let's just... I have such trust issues now with... I'm gonna go check also on Twitch on the website. Yeah, updated properly. Okay. I've kind of missed this game. I played it a little bit the other day, just like chilling in bed, like before I was sick. It's just so relaxing. There we go. If I like zone out at any point, I apologize. But that's just kind of back to the mental fortitude I was talking about. It's really... I'm not at my best. But I still did want to come and stream today because it's been a while and I wanted to like get all my ducks in a row for hopefully that my affiliate plans that'll be kind of happening soon. Definitely keep an eye out because I will start posting a bunch of those updates once I'm a little bit more confident about things, such as the Discord. Once that is more like solidly set up, I will be talking all about it. I have like my Instagram page that I do most of my updates on right now. But yeah, I'm really excited. My kind of idea, I know I'm getting ahead of myself because I still haven't like officially gotten the email from Twitch about like, congratulations, you're an affiliate. But my idea for like celebrating that is sometime in the near future, I want to do a 12-hour stream. And I'm thinking I might do a bunch of Fortnite in it actually, because like what a great way to spend 12 hours. Do I think I could probably do a whole 12 hours of just Zelda? Probably. It might even take me that long just to do that damn temple. But I feel like it would be fun to do a little bit of Fortnite. And I haven't played in so long. I'm really like behind on this season. So I think that could be a fun thing to do. I unfortunately do not have a creator code or anything, so we would not be able to do customs, I don't think. But if anyone wants to stream stay at me, that would be more than welcome in like a funny haha way, not in like a potentially getting banned for teaming kind of way. You know what I mean. It would be for the LOLs. Let's see. Ooh, okay. I wish there was like more seasonal versions of this. I remember when I first started playing it and it was around Halloween, there was like a you could play this version, or you could also do the like Halloween spooky one, and it had like different fruits and they were all Halloween themed. But then there was no like Christmas version of that, and I was like, oh, that's fine, I guess. Like I don't expect them to do that all the time, but it would have been cool. Maybe next year. Man, I feel like mistakes have been made, but I'm not quite sure where. Oh, that, I know what that mistake was. Sometimes it like glitches out when I go all the way to the side and then it just like teleports to the other side. Like that. Drives me crazy. Ugh. Why do you do that to me? How dare you? Little fruit. Oh, here we go. Now things are happening. I did everything perfectly. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't make any single mistakes. I am perfect. She's gonna make it, y'all. It's gonna be fine. And by she, I mean me. Not any other fruit. None of them are gonna make it. They're all gonna turn into a giant watermelon. And it's gonna be great. Ugh. There we go. Let's see. I have no plan. I'm acting like I have a plan. I have zero plan. Actually, I need tea. That's my immediate plan. And I can just observe. I kind of want to warm this up. I'm too lazy though. I'll just drink it at room temperature. Just a little bit more time and it will be an iced tea. Oh my god. Touch. There we go. Oh no. I'm gonna just be up to my ears in these oddly shaped peaches. And none of them want to touch each other. Oh, there we go. Oh, why would you do that to me? Oh, something happening here? Kinda, maybe, a little bit. Oh dear. I feel like I should like turn my mic down so that you're not getting jump scared by like snot noises every once in a while. Ooh. Come on. Pretend that you like each other. Snuggle just a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. I never had any doubts. Except for all the doubts I just had. Oh, and now I'm having more doubts. Come on. Come on. You're stronger than that. Yeah. Oh. That's not what I wanted to happen. It's fine. I'll find another way. Maybe. I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh. That's not so bad. Just back in the situation of too many peaches, nowhere to put them. Ah, there we go. Is it weird that I kind of think of that box that they're in as a juice box? Like, they're all solid fruits. None of them are juiced. But I just feel like like I'm putting them into a blender, you know? I'm trying to like optimize my smoothie. This is what I envision here. Maybe a little gruesome. Makes it slightly more of a horror game when you think about it that way. Sending all these fruits to their death. Whoa! I did not mean for that to happen. I was playing so much Animal Crossing during the holidays, and I've been thinking about playing it on stream a little bit. And like before I got sick, I was just like, all I want to do is play Zelda. And I was thinking for today, I was like, oh, maybe I'll play some Animal Crossing. But I'm also so embarrassed of my island. It's like you can very much tell the areas that I cared about, and then the areas that I've just let basically go to ruin. And I keep on asking, like there's this NPC in the game that you can be like, hey, can you pull all the weeds on my island? But every time I ask him, without fail, he's like, oh, there's not that many weeds. And I'm like, there are so many weeds that it looks like no one has lived here in months, which is true. I spent a lot of months away from that game. But he's like, oh, there's not that many weeds. I'm not going to bother pulling them. And I'm like, can you please just do me this one solid and pull them? And now I'm just waiting for it to get weedier. Like, I'm not weeding it myself because I'm waiting for it to get worse so that he'll do it for me. And it just still has not happened yet. And I didn't like fence in my flowers when I was planting and breeding flowers. So they are everywhere. And I don't really know how else to get rid of the flowers than to just like run around and dig them all up. Which will be like great for me giving gifts to my other villagers, I guess. But like, they're everywhere. And I'm so done with them. So every time I look at like my island and being like, oh, I could do something with this. I should like fix it up. I should blah, blah, blah. I'm just so overwhelmed by all of the things that need fixing. Ugh. We'll get there though. Maybe I'll like fix it up a little bit to a point where it's like not so shameful off stream. And then I'll once it's cleaned up a little bit, I'll bring it to stream. Or we could do some Happy Home Paradise actually. That is not a bad idea. But that is also something that requires a little bit of brain power that I simply do not have today. Even this is a little much. Going back to work tomorrow is going to be rough. It's gonna be like just like, you know, when you're the type of sick that you have to like think about breathing because it's not like happening the way it should. That's where I'm at. And that is not really the way for me to do my best work. But hey, I only got so many sick days. And so I gotta, you know, balance. Like, how do I actually feel? Ooh, I'm just gonna wait a second and let this all go down. Oh, of course, it's always the peaches that don't want to touch each other. Always. Why? Why do you do this to me? It's fine. I'm gonna be totally fine. Whoop! Okay. They touched. Oh no! No, stop blocking everything! You gigantic cantaloupe! Oh no. Oh dear. Okay. We can still do something with this. Maybe. I'm trying to like poke those two berries together. Oh, there we go. Didn't happen the way I thought it would, but it still kind of happened. No. Just gonna like hide you in this corner. This will work. This will work. I can, yeah. No, you rolled the wrong way. No, no, you were perfectly fine. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it was not perfectly fine. Okay. Okay. We got this. It's fine. I want to get like one score above 2,000. Like at least 2,000. That's my goal for today. Is to get a score over 2,000 and then I can be happy with that. Oh no, I was all going so well and then I ruined it. What is even happening? I know that like the start of the game doesn't really mean much, but like this I feel like I made a mess of it. Oh! Okay. Ooh. Oh yeah. Yeah. I really would love to just get 2 peaches right next to each other, just right from the, you know what I mean? I feel like I can make this happen. No, that's not the point. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. This is all going according to plan. Oh, this part isn't. Okay, that's fine. No! No, it was all going so well! Ugh! Oh my god. Now you do what I want. And like, y'all can kind of see what I'm going for here, right? No, don't even think about it. You two touch. Touch! Oh. Why did I do that? Why on earth did I do that? Okay. I feel like I can still make this work. I don't exactly know how. Nope, that wasn't it. Oh well. Okay, we're going with it. It was such a good plan if I had been better at this game. Oh. Don't really think that's what I wanted. But it's what I've got. Hey, Drewski! Ooh. I did add, you may have noticed your little gems next to your names. Because of the achievement of getting over 50 followers, I'm allowed to have VIPs now. So y'all are considered VIPs in chat, which means you get that pretty little badge, and it means that I think it means you can post links. But yeah, I just thought I would give it to a few of the people that I know in real life. So there you are. Yeah, we're gonna find out more about it together, I think, because I don't know too much about what it means. But I was super excited when Twitch gave me the option, and I was like, I know who I consider a VIP. So there we are. Hey Yoshi, good to see you again. Yeah, the most relaxing and aggravating game on Switch. I know, I'm playing it because like I'm not feeling super well, and I'm like, this is like a nice, easy, brainless thing to play. And I'm just beating myself up repeatedly. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I don't need a lot of brain power to play this. And then I'm just like making a mess of things like you would not believe. I remember the first time I watched someone play it was Banthony. And it was like the day before TwitchCon, and he needed to like pack and go to bed, and he kept on just being like, one more game, one more. Like, it was hilarious. And that was what convinced me to buy it, honestly. But I said, I'm like, all I want out of playing it today is I want to get a score over 2,000. And I think that is achievable because I got really close on my first game. So I think we can do it. I think it'll be fine. Oh my god. If I don't get absolutely terrified first. Like, how is this a game that manages to jump scare me? This is why I can't watch the A24 horror movies, y'all. Like, I am this big of a baby that the video game equivalent of Cocomelon scares the shit out of me. Come on. Ugh, I don't want to like... I want to squish that one down further. Come on. Gravity. Oh yeah. Yeah. Do it. Do it. Do it. Boom! Okay. That was really satisfying. Nope, still don't squeeze. Ugh. Come on. Oh yeah, just... The whole gravity play that I try to do so often works out for me like 1 out of 10 times. Oop. I don't know why I keep trying. Oh no, I should not have done that. Should not have done that. Well. Oh, no. Well, that could have been worse, actually. Oh. Oh. This is not at all going according to plan. How's your week been, Yoshi? If you're sorry, that's such a like delayed ask. My brain is not super with it right now. But yeah, it's been about like close to a week since my last stream because I've been not feeling good. Oh, what are you talking about? I've never seen that happen before where it like phases through everything. Okay, we can get to 2,000. We can totally do it. I can feel it. This is the one. We here, we chillin'. Work week officially begins tomorrow. Nice. That is kind of for me too. I like half lucked out, half it sucks. But like I'm sick during like my days off because technically my work week begins tomorrow as well. So I love that, you know, I didn't have to miss too much work being sick. Excuse me, but it also kind of sucks because I don't often get 2 days off in a row, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so annoyed that I didn't get to like really enjoy them because I felt so bad. I was joking. I was like, I just said to Mama Burger, I was like, I'm like one of those Victorian women that needs to get sent to the seaside for her health. which I have learned that a lot of those situations were actually just because of like poor building practices that people weren't aware of. And so a lot of people, like if they didn't have the strongest constitution, it's like, yeah, you were living in a house made of asbestos or like mold. No wonder you were sick. And that's why when they went to the seaside, magically they would feel better, because it's like, oh yeah, fresh air. That's all it takes. But they didn't know that because of science. Licking the lead paint. Exactly. It makes that scene in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory have a whole different meaning when they're licking the wallpapers and feeling funny. But yeah, I'm hoping I can get back into the swing of things pretty quickly. Well, I'm glad you've come here to hang out with you know, the Monday version of your Sunday scaries. It's been kind of chill. I was talking earlier about having gone to go see the Iron Claw, and I haven't gone to go see a lot of movies in the theater lately, but very glad to have seen that one, although it would have been just as good at home. Like, it wasn't like something that needs to be seen on the big screen. And honestly, with how emotional it was, I probably should have had a little bit more privacy for my sobbing. But if you have seen any good movies recently, please drop them in chat, because I haven't been watching many, and I kind of want to get back into it. Was that the one about the Von Erichs? Yeah. Yeah, it was. I'm not like huge into wrestling or anything. I know a smidgen about it because I have like friends and family who are into it. But it is definitely the kind of movie where you don't need to know anything about wrestling to enjoy that movie. It's a family movie. Like a movie about a family. It is not a family-friendly movie. But it's just a movie about family that happens to also include wrestling. But my god, I didn't know enough about their story. I knew it was sad, but like, that movie ruined me. I cry too much at movies to go see movies in public, honestly. But yeah, it was really good. Highly recommend. Wrestling fan back in the day, that was a very unique family. Yeah. I looked it up after, because I was curious. And apparently the movie, like, I don't want to say sanitized the story, but like the true story, the real, all the things that happened were way, way, way more sad and intense than what they put in the movie. Because it was just like, it was too intense for the movie. Like, it would have been too extreme for the story they were trying to tell. And the story that they told was incredible. Like, I think they used that story to have like a really great emotional cautionary tale, and like, yeah, I think they made good choices with what they did with it, but I do feel bad for like they left out a whole brother out of the whole story. But it's because it would have been too tragic, which is just wild. And yeah, just incredible acting out of everyone in that movie. I know a lot of people are talking about Zac Efron in it, and we were talking about him earlier. But like, Lily James was incredible. Oops, I keep on pressing the wrong button. Yeah, I've had a couple people recommend Saltburn to me, and I've actually talked Mama Burger out of watching Saltburn because it's, I think, a little too intense for what she was hoping to watch, to get out of it. But whenever I'm like, oh, what movie should I watch? What have people been seeing recently? Everyone's like, you should watch Saltburn. And I'm like, maybe I'll watch like that new romantic comedy with Sydney Sweeney. I feel like that's the vibe I want to go for. Apparently it's a remake. Not remake, but like a, you know when they make movies based on Shakespeare stories? It's one of those. And it's like a remake of Much Ado About Nothing. So I feel like they should have gone harder with that in the promo, because everybody loves those. Like, She's the Man, beloved movie. Like, 10 Things I Hate About You is one of my favorite movies. And so if I had known about that from the get-go, I would have been like first in line to go see that at the theaters. Yeah, I think that actually might be my next watch. I should cuddle up with that maybe tonight. I don't know much more about what Saltburn is, and I might still watch it. Okay. I would love to get your reactions on Saltburn. I haven't watched any of it. So now I kind of feel like we should do like one of those Netflix parties where we watch it at the same time. But also maybe not. I don't know. But I definitely want to hear your reactions to it. Because that's... Oh no, we're not going to make it to 2000, are we? Charlie and I had a lengthy conversation about it. Interesting. Doesn't seem like the kind of movie that one would talk about at work. Just saying. But, you know. Okay. We got closer this time. We're so close to 2000. Ooh. I should go blow my nose again. I should have brought a Kleenex box into here. That's what I really should have done. And then just, like, turn my mic off whenever I need to blow my nose. And then if I accidentally, like, burst a blood vessel, y'all will be here to, you know, call 911 for me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's not gonna happen. I don't blow my nose that hard. I just daydream about it and fantasize a little bit. Because I was humming apparently the music from the end credits and wondering why that song had regained popularity again. Yeah. That song has been like all over TikTok, that like murder on the dance floor. I thought it was a new song. I had never heard the song before. And I thought it was like some pop artist doing a like disco-esque revival kind of song. And then I saw, who was it? Peach PRC on TikTok. She did a really lovely, like, I guess you would call it like acoustic, just like a really like a chill, soft ballad version of it. And she said like, oh, this has always been one of my favorite songs. And I was like, what do you mean always? Didn't it just come out? And then I like looked it up and I was like, oh, never mind. This is like, this song has been around probably longer than me. Great song though, super catchy. They watched it and were horrified that I might watch it, which just makes me want to watch it more. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like you've been warned against it so much that now it's time to watch it out of spite. And then if you are truly repulsed and horrified by it, then there's a couple people in your life that get to say, I told you so. But you know what? Maybe it's worth it. There's 2 white boys of the month in it with Jacob Elordi and Barry, what's his name? Which is so interesting to me. I had never heard of this Barry, I can't say his last name, it's super Irish, I think. I'd never heard of him before all the promo for this movie. And then I look him up on IMDb and it's like, oh, you've been in like a bunch of really big name things. You're just not one of the big names in them. And he just seems so, like, all of the characters he seems to play are like these like mumbling, like awkward, like kind of, I don't want to say like shrunken characters, but like awkward, I think is the best word that I have. Like all of the characters he plays seem to be like these little like meek is what the word I wanted to use. Yeah. Like these meek characters. And then you see him in real life and like on these award shows, red carpets, he's like has all of these other leading men just like in a tizzy of like everyone wants to be his friend. They like are like all giggling and like, oh my god, when he like walks by. And I'm like, who is this guy? What is this personality? And like apparently him and his like longtime partner just had a baby. Baby's barely a year old, and he is now like leaving her. And that is also like shocking. And I feel like it happens a lot to the like the quote unquote white boys of the month, of like these guys that get super famous out of nowhere. Not out of nowhere, but like they have been with the same person before they got famous, and then as soon as their star's really rising, they like leave. It makes me sad. I feel like the same thing, I want to say the same thing happened to Jeremy Allen White, but I also heard rumors that he got left in that scenario, so maybe that one's a little different. Who's to say? I don't want to gossip about the personal lives of people I don't know. But with celebrities, it's just so easy. I was thinking a couple streams ago, I guess, of doing like some red carpet fashion critiques, and I still might. I just wasn't really feeling it that day, and then like once the event is kind of past, it's like it feels weird to just like rehash it. Maybe I'll do a wrap up. I definitely want to do one for the Met Gala. I always have lots of big opinions about the Met Gala. What, he was in that terrible Irish movie? Which one? I don't know which movie you're speaking of, and I don't want to potentially offend a bunch of Irish movies all at once. Because I thought he was in Dunkirk? That's not an Irish movie, I don't think. Are you talking about the last... Oh, what was it? Like, it was the movie that was like 1,000,000 hours long. Banshees? Yes. That one won a lot of awards, though, didn't it? I mean, I guess terrible movies can still win awards. But... wasn't it, like, fairly critically acclaimed? Did not like it? Fair. I heard it was, like, really long. And anyone that I asked about it couldn't really tell me what it was about, even if they had seen it. Which is not a good sign to me in a movie. Like, if someone watches it, and when they try and tell you what it's about, they're like, well, it's, you know, it's this, but then it's also this, and, you know, it's really... And I'm like, can you just give me, like, a sentence of what the plot is? Just, like, a little bit. It's like, WTF? Interesting. Sometimes I like a little WTF in a movie, but that one seemed... Because, like, is it a period piece, or is it just, like, kind of, like, super dramatic and very Irish? Because I also really don't love period pieces, so it has to be very good for me to overcome my dislike of that. Which is why I never really watched Pride and Prejudice, and then I watched it over the holidays with Mama Burger, who loves that movie, and I'm so glad I did. It was incredible. I'm sad that I put it off for so long. Ish, but both boring and unexpected at the same time. Ah, we lost. I was feeling really good about it. There was a lot of empty space, but okay. I'm going to BRB again because I need to blow my nose again. I'm gonna bring the Kleenex box with me this time. There we go. We're back just in time for me to cough. I need to get a new cord for this mic. This one keeps on falling out. I did bring the Kleenex with me. However, I'm still going to be going into BRB screen every time I need to blow my nose, because I just realized when I went to go blow my nose just now that my bangs like fly up like a little peacock when I blow my nose. And I don't know if I want that to be a part of my digital footprint. Ooh. Can y'all hear the game and just I can't? 1 second. I do not want to restart OBS because that drives me crazy. Oh dear. Oh, you hear the song? Okay. I don't think I really need to hear it, so I might just leave it for now. It is a very relaxing little soundtrack, but it is fine if I don't have it in my ears. I really wish, for when I get back to Tears of the Kingdom, I wish there was a way to turn off just Link. Because the noises in that game are wonderful, adorable, great sound editing. Link just grunts way too much, and I don't like it. And I wish I could turn it off. Ooh, this is going well so far. I know I said it last time when I was like, this is the one, and I was wrong, but maybe this time I'll be right. This could be the one. Like, hitting 2,000 is not the biggest of goals when, like, world rankings are like 18, 19,000. But we're gonna do what we can. Oh boy. Oh no, no! Damn it. Oh no, this is still fine. Yeah. No, that's not what I wanted to happen. Ooh, this is definitely not what I wanted to happen. That's okay, it's still early. We'll figure it out. Whoa, see? See? It all comes together. Was I expecting that? No. Did it work out? Yeah. Alrighty. Let's see. I'll just let everything shuffle around a bit. I want those two to touch first, but I think that might be... There we go. Ooh. Alright, alright. Now we're cooking. When I say cooking, I mean fruit salad. Obviously. Oh, I just messed it up, didn't I? Yes, I did. It was okay. Oh no, I made it worse. Well, I'm doing something. I don't know what it is I'm doing, but something's happening. I don't know if it's good, but it happened. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. I think my personal best score in this game happened totally by accident too. I think mine as well. I don't think anything I've ever done in this game was on purpose. It's just like a show up and try my best. And you know, in some ways, it mostly kind of a little bit works. Sometimes. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Like, overall, I know that it's not gonna happen this stream. Overall, my goal in this game is just to achieve 2 watermelons. I would love for them to touch, but honestly, I don't even think that that's a requirement for me to feel, like, complete. I just want to get 2 watermelons. It has never happened for me yet. Still just 1. Like, I'm really curious what happens when 2 watermelons touch. But I also haven't looked it up because I kind of want to, like, experience it on my own for the first time. Like, I just want to be shocked. But then there is also— oh my god! I don't even know what just happened there. I don't even know what touched to make that happen. There is a potential that I never actually find out what happens when 2 watermelons touch, because I might never achieve it for myself. Maybe I'll watch someone do it one day. Just like by happenstance, I'll be in a stream where someone does it. Oh dear. Oh dear, nothing is going well. Remain calm. No one jump out the top. We've got plenty of space to work with here. No. No! Right after I said it. Like, let's see. Does it have my, like, personal best? Overall. Okay, yeah. So my overall is not bad. I really cap out at, like, that 2640 something. Because it's just 2644, 2645, 2646. It's really, really my limit. But all I'm aspiring today is a simple 2000. And one would think that's not too much to ask. But here we are. Failing. I hope— oh dear. I hope that I can reach it before I get too hungry, because I am so ready to snack on that burrito. That the remainders of that burrito are for sure my dinner tonight. And I'm excited just thinking about it. I've ordered food not too much lately, because like I order food almost never, and so for me to order it like twice in the space of like 3 months is a lot. But I also ordered, like I was talking about, that Taco Fino burrito that I had and will have again for dinner tonight. I also had the Mr. Beast burger, and it was surprisingly really good. Like, I think they make them out of ghost kitchens, if I remember correctly. But like, quite a few weeks ago, I was like craving a burger really bad. I had gone to the gym, and while I was on the treadmill, I had been watching a bunch of episodes of Bob's Burgers, so I was craving a burger real bad. And I was like, okay, I'll let myself order a burger if I can find one that looks good, that is under $20. And the Mr. Beast burger was like the only one I could find that was not like a McDonald's quarter pounder, and it was under $20, which was wild to me. Even some of the fast food burgers were like around or over $20, which is just bonkers. And so I ordered the Mr. Beast burger, and it was really good. I got the one that had fries in it. It like satisfied my craving perfectly. Definitely. Actually, I don't know if they have them in my hometown. It seems like the kind of thing that's like might be reserved for, excuse me, slightly more populated areas, but I don't know. My hometown has a lot of restaurants, so having a lot of ghost kitchens doesn't seem out of the question either. But yeah, if anyone sees it, I don't think they have like a restaurant. They only do it through like ghost kitchens and Uber Eats and that kind of thing. So if anyone does see it, I do recommend it. I feel like Mr. Beast is gonna be one of the more interesting documentaries that comes out maybe 5 years from now. That's just gonna be an interesting tale of the internet. Ooh! That, I did not expect that to happen. That went better than I ever could have planned. And like, I feel like my time on YouTube, not on YouTube, I don't have any videos on YouTube. I might eventually start posting my VODs there, but that's about it. But when I used to watch more YouTube when I was younger, I never really saw any of the Mr. Beast videos. Like, I watched a lot of the like BuzzFeed stuff, the BuzzFeed adjacent. I also watched a lot of like My Drunk Kitchen, and like Mamrie Hart, Grace Helbig, some of like the Hank and John Green stuff. I never even got a Mr. Beast video recommended to me in my YouTube feed. It was like a friend in person that was like, oh, you should watch this. And I was like, oh, interesting. Birdo's Taqueria, which I believe is a ghost kitchen, and it looks really good. Ooh. That seems interesting. 1 second. I'm gonna just dive off screen for a bit to blow my nose. And I'm gonna mute the mic so that you don't. I hope none of y'all heard that. I'm pretty sure I muted that successfully. Burrito Tacos looks fantastic. I wonder if... Can you send me a link to it? Because I'm very curious to see if I can, like, also discern if it's another place, too. Because one of the, like, ghost kitchen things is that it will be another restaurant, sometimes like well known. This is just like their alternate place. So like, for example, with this Birdo's Taqueria, it could also be like the exact same food as, say, Taco Time, but because it has a different name, someone might think of it differently, or think of it like, oh, this is like better, it's not fast food, this is like a family owned plate, when really it's the exact same thing. I find that very interesting with the ghost kitchens. It's a very, like, not even subtle, honestly, manipulation of like the consumer opinion, but very handy, honestly. Like, I think Opa, the Greek place, I think they do that. Yeah, it's just a way to like flood the feeds a little bit and gives people the illusion of choice, when really it's just kind of like the same restaurants with different names. Which also I think lends a little bit to how overwhelmed I feel when I order food here. There was one day, this was like a while back, this was before I started streaming, but I had like a bad day, and I was like, I'm gonna order sushi, I'm gonna treat myself. Like, I didn't want to cook, and I was just like feeling sad. And sushi is like a frequent comfort food for me. And like a treat kind of comfort food. So I wanted to order sushi, and then, like, for reference, I live on the coast, and there was so many sushi places when I opened up the delivery app, it almost made me cry. Because, and like, not in a good way, because I was already like so overwhelmed and so frustrated with my day. And then, you know, I've never really gone for sushi out, so I didn't have like places to look for, besides like when a friend was here, we went for like some of the most expensive sushi in town. Was not going to order from there. I don't think they even do Uber Eats or anything. So I was so overwhelmed, and there were so many sushi places to choose from, that I was just so, oh my god, I got over 2,000. I didn't even notice. I got so frustrated and so upset that I was like, I'm gonna cry, and I was like losing it, because I was just so frustrated with how many options there were, and I didn't know who was the best, and I didn't know what to pick, and they were like all these different prices. And then I picked a place, made my order, and then they canceled my order. I almost lost it. But then they refunded me, and I was able to order from another place, and because of that credit, I was actually able to like order from a fancier place than I normally would have. And I'm glad I did, because it was delicious. It was some of the best delivery food I've ever gotten. But one sec, I'm gonna switch to just chatting now that I have achieved my goal. Yeah, it was some of the best sushi I've ever had, but now I'm like, ooh, it's gonna be hard to live up to that standard. I was amazed because my delivery person brought it on a motorcycle. Not even like a scooter, like a full-on like crotch rocket motorcycle, and I was horrified when they pulled up, because I was like, there's no way that my sushi is still in one piece. It's gonna be so squished, it's gonna be so nasty. But it was perfect. It was in great condition. It was like the little like fishy egg things that were on top were like perfect, in exactly the right spot. I was amazed. Yeah, it was incredible. I should look up what that place is again. I think it was like Yamoto Sushi. Yeah, but it's very expensive when you don't have a credit, so I was like, now whenever I want it, I'm like, ooh, that's a big investment. I should wait until I have people around that I'm gonna like split it with or something. Anyways, I think I'm gonna call it there. I know it was a really short stream compared to some of the other ones, but just you wait. Once we get that affiliate celebration going, I'm gonna do a 12-hour stream. I'm committing to it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll have to find a time that works out, but it should be pretty soon. Keep an eye out for things like the Discord. I'm gonna have that coming out pretty quick, I think. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'm glad I could stop in for a little bit. I'm feeling on the mend, so hopefully some more regular streams coming soon, and that affiliate celebration will be one of them. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting about movies. That has been on my mind for ever since I saw The Iron Claw. I was like, I need to tell the world how I feel about this, and I probably won't stop talking about that movie for a while. It was really good. Okay. Let's see. Am I gonna raid y'all over anywhere? Let's see. I just want to see if there's anyone live. You know what? I've been really inspired in making my Discord by Tixie, and she is currently playing Kingdom Hearts. So I think I'm gonna send y'all over there. And I've actually never played Kingdom Hearts. I don't know a lot about what it is. But I hope y'all enjoy. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you enjoy hanging out with Tix a little bit. Bye!